Are we live? We're live. We're live. No, we're live.
Hey. All right. Guess I just put some pants on or something, right?
Yeah. That's why we're late, because Joe had to put pants on.
Yeah, no, it's just hard enough to get me to put socks on down here in South
Florida. Dude, I'm happy if I get a shower before noon.
Yeah. I've been starting to get up early, and I go running or walking early in the morning, and then try to get in the shower. Because there's so many exciting things going on once I start going through these pools that I get waylaid.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts.
So
real quick, I haven't looked at this yet because
what are you
looking
at?
Binance has in the round robin of CEOs. Binance has another one. Brian Schroeder. He looks like he's about 12, but he has 25 years of experience in senior financial management positions.
He got going when he was 6. Is that what you said?
Say it again.
He got going when he was 6.
Yeah.
That's that paper route job he had.
Looks like he got the gig in September. They decided not to announce him until they decided whether CZ was going to let him stay.
Yeah. Well, we all know who runs the show there. So, but hey,
also announced the appointment of Eric Siegel as interim chief financial officer and replacing the CFO who's leaving the company. Looks like they're trying to get everything a little straightened up before this IPO.
Well, they're burying all the bodies, basically. Bring in some fresh people.
But who is this guy? I mean, it's like next to nothing here about the friggin' CEO of the company. It's kind of weird. Like 25 years of experience in senior financial positions. And what has he run trading operations? Has he been involved in an exchange? What do we got?
He might be like a avatar or something like that.
He was an angel investor from 2015 to present. Ant Group. I don't know what the Ant Group is. Head of strategy and biz dev for Uber. And he worked for Boston Consulting Group for 6 years.
No, that's, there's, you're connected. BCG is wired in as anybody. Uber is obviously one of the anointed ones by the financial community. So, he's worked with a lot of heavy hitter investors in the past, knows how to deal with the different groups, and is probably, in there to sort of clean this up and take it into those worlds.
I don't see a speck. I don't see a speck, not a speck of crypto experience. Like nothing. Yeah. No trading experience. No exchange experience. I'm betting there's an investor who decided this was the CEO.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I think in this environment where, Binance is trying to get compliant, I guess, with what U.S. regulatory authorities want, that this is the kind of guy you throw in who doesn't know anything about crypto. So
maybe he's the only guy that would take it.
Yeah,
because he's the only one willing to risk the going to jail. I'm a little perplexed by this choice. It's strange to me.
Yeah, maybe there's probably some negotiations going on right now that we don't know about with the U.S. regulatory authorities, where they're trying to come up with something that's palatable.
We got some kind of like thumping noise in your.
Really?
Yeah, it sounds like you're beating somebody or with one of those whips. It's going thump, thump, thump.
Oh, I hear. Yeah, I think something's going wrong with my laptop. I do these disposable yogas. Basically, they last about a year, and then they're gone.
You got to get a MacBook.
Yeah, I don't hear it now. I think it's the fan.
Just make a switch to a MacBook. Do you have a wait? Did you get a mic yet? Did you get you a Blue Yeti yet?
No, I haven't. You know me. It's like I just
get the Blue Yeti. You'll be a happy camper. That's why we're picking up that silly sound, because it's the mic on your It's the mic on your computer.
Oh, sorry, man. Let me see if I can.
It's all right.
Hopefully, it's not too annoying. But
no,
yeah, I'll have.
I'm gonna add a screaming sound effect of somebody being beaten. All right. So anyway, this is weird. All I give a shit about is that we only need about 1,200 more pairs and some volume. That's all I care about. That's
for
all I
Binance
care
US.
about. Oh my God, it's painful. I'm helping a client with their trades with our mean reversion on Binance.com, and oh my God, I miss Binance.com.
I know. I still look at the charts on it all the time. I mean,
me too, but
they put the banner up every time now about October 19th. Everybody gets kicked off who's not KYC'd on there.
Yeah.
And, but I still access the charts because I like to look at the order books there. Like, for instance, when I was looking at, say, ETH today, it's the second day in a row I've seen this pattern of heavy buying at, ETH and BTC at 4 a.m, which is European desks. And then you see it pick up again between 9 and 10, which is usually US buyers, but they must be going through European subsidiaries. So this is all on Binance Malta, or Binance.com. I'm not looking at Binance US. So, I like to see that because then you could see it sequentially go. So, we don't have a lot of China buying anymore, obviously, but they're probably buying through European institutions is my guess as well.
Yeah.
So great tools, lots of cool product. I used to love using the ETH up and ETH down tokens, whenever I get nervous to hedge. And, we can't, you can't get that in the US, obviously. So
we were running through our data in a meeting yesterday on our trade data for that indicator. And we found out that the overall average profit was coming out in recent months at over like 1,000,000%. And we're like, what the fuck is wrong with our data? What is going on? And we went and looked at the BNB down chart, and there was a trade with 10,000,000% profit. Evidently, Binance has to manually adjust the price on those things because it's leveraged. And so there was like this wacky thing in April that threw off, just skewed all of our data. So now we have to factor in when Binance adjusts price points on these leveraged tokens. It's really strange.
Yeah, no, I have noticed that a couple of times too. You come in and all of a sudden, the price has been cut from like 18 to 20 cents, $18, 20 cents. But then you realize there was some like 50 to 1, like they do these reverse splits and things to like true it up with what's going on. And they're not tokens to hold a long time. It's just like, if you think it's choppy and you're like, hey, 50-50 is going up or down, that's when you can kind of straddle your position and treat them like, puts and calls.
Yep.
And, that way, either way it goes, you get a little bit to cover your loss on that direction and you make it, on the other side too. So I miss all that stuff. I'll be missing it in about 9 days.
So did you catch any of that Doki-versary celebration last night?
Yeah, I was in there.
Dude, I love that VTuber shit. That is so cool.
Oh, it's awesome, man. You see the people and talking and, just the amount of people that are like engaging now, in there. And then the gotcha machines spin,
Yeah, you're breaking up, Joe.
Had some real
Joe.
cool there. I only spun 3 times. Zuki was $2. And so, okay. Can you hear me okay now?
Now, we didn't get anything you just said.
Yeah, no, sorry guys. It's when I was spinning it is just clunky for some reason today. That's pulling data real quick.
You must have a bad connection today.
Yeah, I think it's bad. I have a lot of charts up.
You're good now.
Okay, so yeah, so I went to the gotcha machine at 8, New York time, and and they're really cool NFTs. I did 3 spins, pulled down 3 that I liked, and I kind of stopped. And the reason I stopped was just because they're 1,500 Azuki a spin, and it's not like that's a lot in the NFT world, but I keep remember when Azuki was $2 a pop.
Yeah,
and so I keep thinking, oh, that's like $3,000, or it could be one day again.
Yeah.
And of course, Suzuki's up 25% today, I believe, over the last 24 hours.
Awesome.
Back up to about 9.5 cents. So, I again hit Larian's machine, who's like 200 Suzuki, because her NFTs are starting to move. So, you're spinning stuff that, maybe it's, $18 a spin to get her NFTs that I like too. And to me, I think it's, it's the right, people are going to notice her next. Yeah. So I've started filling in the gaps on that collection. But then, I saw the ones that spun I can't remember what they were called, but the latest ones. And, they're like listing for, not the top tier ones, but the lower tier, like 0.07, I believe, ETH. So, I mean, 120 to spin, and out of the gate, they're selling for 360. To me, that's not bad either.
No, that's awesome.
But I tend to hold what I hold. I did go through all the old retro Japan stuff again too, that I have, and started kind of making some buys on OpenSea of those pieces, because those are all up 3 or 4 times what they were, back in May. I was actually pretty surprised. So, the NFT space is cranking, and again, I just think that the Doki side of it is a great play. Another note on Doki is that on Crystal Finance, I did see there's 4 new, like we did the Libra one, those like we stake the LP tokens. There's 4 new pools that are all the pools that are on Cometh right now.
Oh, nice.
You can get another like 30% APR by moving the LP tokens there. So that's I haven't done it yet.
That's under the pools.
Where do we go to where the Libra pools were? I think that's the
vaults. That's the auto compound stuff. Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah, no.
My by the time I decided to push some more ETH over to cover my fees, for that sale, that offer got pulled for my Seer Light. Mustazuki. Yeah, Mustazuki. Yeah. 93, 103. Oh, it's nice to see a Mustoki 101 and 130. Oh, that's pretty good.
Now, those are like around 60 to 70 on Cometh swap right now.
Right.
So, you can eke out another 30 and auto compound. I don't know if it's saying APYs or APRs on that. I have my browser down, but you're basically hitting that. It seems to do it automatically. I have verified, like there's a compound button at the top, that pink one, where you can compound all of them. But it doesn't seem to have an effect. I think they're already auto compounding. So
got it.
Don't worry too much about that. And so, I'm still, I saw the Cometh swap tokens up, to $95 today. That was like at 60 a few days ago. So that's starting to get some traction.
Nice.
And, all the pools in Crystal are doing great. Still, compounding up the same as I'm in the Matic Azuki one, and compounding into Crystal. What have I been doing lately? I bought some more Iron Finance today, and I bought more Spirit just because, ICE has been moving. So adding to those positions, I'm getting ready to move all that over to Phantom here shortly, because they have some pools on Spirit.
That's a nice little run for Azuki.
Yeah. Take a look at FTM as well.
From the first, 37%. I don't know if he has. Oh, look at that shit. Holy crap.
Exactly. So I've been in there since about 60 cents.
1.5 days, 78%. Yeah. Nice, Joe.
Yes. Nice. But, it's one I believe in. So I'm going to hold it for a while still, because it's only at, I think, maybe, it sounds silly, but closer to like $5 No, wait, FTM is getting closer to 10 billion market cap, but I mean, I think it could get double where it is now. My gut says that.
Right.
And then the other one on there is Spell and Spirit. Now, one of the things I'm going to say about Spirit, Spirit Swap on FTM tokens, same thing. It's gone from 19 to, which one's that?
Alchemix.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go there next. It's, that's gone from 19 to 56 in 36 hours.
Spirit?
Yes, Spirit. I don't know if you will have that one.
It helps if I spell it correctly. Spirits on what? Oh no, Spirits on Phantom. I don't think they have Phantom on Dex Guru yet. I think he's only got BSC, ETH, Poly. I think that's it. Yeah, he doesn't have Phantom chain on this.
Once,
Hello, Joe. I'm expecting your laptop to.
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm just hearing. It's kind of breaking up a little.
Now I can hear you. It's a comedy of errors.
Coming back too, so it's got to be something on my connection.
Yeah, you've got a connection. So you're good right now.
So quick swap pools, still massive APRs in there, just about all kinds of combinations you could want. So look there.
Really, they're hanging up there.
Yeah. No, I'm still in I'll do the Mona stuff there. And between Mona Quick, Mona USDT. Today they're reloading the numbers, so they weren't showing the APRs this morning. They were last night. But still, I think Mona Quick is at 12,000%, and Mona USDT is at 5,000%. So pair me with a stable at 5,000% any day. So I do that, and that's where I got the guard pool as well. So I've been adding to that. But one thing I did notice with Quick Swap is now the rewards are in DQuick, not Quick.
Is that a governance token?
Yeah, it's one of those ones where you stake Quick and you get DQuick at a ratio, which I think is 1.2 something right now.
Okay.
So as Quick burn, that ratio goes up. So
wonder why they did that, so they could print more.
I was kind of surprised too. But what it really means is that when everything you see in the rewards pool that says DQuick, it's actually really 1.2 of that amount if you're doing numbers versus APRs. Define has got a lot of good stuff still going. I'm still hanging in all those pools, the Aave and Curve. They're in the 150, 170 range.
Nice.
I staked some more ETH into Aave, so I've got more stables to play with. The Matrix pool ends in 5 days. Matrix ETH, it's in the launch category, I think. And Matrix Swap is an interesting play.
On where?
Too. I'm not really heavy hitting into that. This is on Define.
Okay. Why can't I get the friggin' exchange to load? Let's try again.
Yeah, maybe it's your end that's all left up.
Nah. Oh, there's my VDF.
And I have been staking into there too.
What's the price on DF? Did we have any move on the price today on DFYN?
I think it's 55. Everything's waiting on the router launch.
Come on, Define.
Yeah.
Okay, you were looking at farms, right? Which one?
Yes.
Launch farms.
So I'm in.
Are they doing
farms,
initial token offerings?
Launch. They do. A lot of them are now doing IDOs on these platforms but this one, Matrix ETH, I'm in that one, small amount. It does roll over. If you could see, I don't know if you can see the clock ticker. I think it's 5 days. That's going to roll over. So that's where
420.
I'm probably going to add more. Yeah.
4 days and 20 hours. I mean.
Yeah. So right around then, if you're interested in this, if you look at Matrix Swap, I think it makes sense. Just wait till then, and when it rolls over, then add, because I bet that APY is going to go from 450 to higher. But I'm just kind of growing that position because I think the rewards are in Matrix.
Yeah.
And then I'm in the other pools. So obviously the dual token pool with router define. Wow,
Yeah,
I see a
losing
big
you
lag
again.
here.
Yeah, you're getting a
And
big
so,
lag.
and in that one with router and define, I like that router token. So
Yeah.
playing there in a small amount. So I recommend that's one I like a lot. And of course, Aave and Curve in the ecosystems. But there's some new ones that rolled out yesterday. I can't remember which tokens, but if you go into popular farms down to the bottom, you'll see some new stuff that just came out. Also, I saw some stablecoin pools on it was either here or over on the Spirit, but 80% for
that's
USDC,
nice.
USDT. You can't beat that.
No.
And let's see. Let's look at my
Oh, look
notes.
at this. DeFi and ETH at 212%. I like that because I'm printing the DeFi.
I mean, this, and I'm in their, I'm in their chat a lot, their Telegram channel, and they're on top of it.
Well, I was supposed to be interviewing the CEO at 10:30 today, but he had to change the time, the date.
Oh.
So I'm a little bummed. I was hoping to have some insights.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
It's still, I mean, these guys are going nonstop, and they do in their channel. There's like 20,000 people, and everybody asks the questions that you're like, this stupid questions like, oh, I have a problem with my wallet and I can't find my LP tokens. What do I do? And then, of course, they get bombarded with like 15 DMs from people pretending to be admins saying, oh, yeah, how can I help you? Give me your wallet address. And then the next thing they ask for is, oh, and do you have your recovery phrase? And these idiots are giving it. And
it's incredible.
I'm like, what?
It's incredible.
And so, just word of the wise, don't ever give that recovery phrase to anybody. And if anybody DMs you from a group on Telegram, just delete and block. Because it's not an admin. Because that's why all the admins say won't DM you first.
And one of the more recent scams is people will act like they're newbies and post a seed phrase, thinking that people will take the seed phrase out of greed and try to get what's in the wallet. And what happens is if you load that seed phrase in your wallet, you will be in some way connecting to a smart contract that will empty your wallet. So do not fall for that little greed thing there. Although there's a little bit of poetic justice in someone who was trying to steal somebody else's tokens getting robbed. It's still, don't use anybody else's seed phrase in your wallet. Yeah,
I saw somebody posted on one of them, oh, hey, in my country, crypto's illegal now. I don't want to get in trouble. Here's my free seed phrase. Please take my coins.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're like, and gullible people go, hey, why not?
Yeah.
Or the Elon Musk one where he's, I'm giving away whatever. And all these people are like, oh, it changed my life. He gave me 2 BTC. And there's they got these are very complicated scams where, there's 30 people commenting that they got. I mean, you're giving it.
Yeah. Speaking of security, Hasu is one of the people I respect most for analysis in the space. And he did this tweet thread a few months ago, but the company that he was talking about, or the project Argent that he was talking about, retweeted it. So I have a Ledger wallet, hardware wallet that I use, and I wasn't using and have started using. But this is a really interesting tool. So this is something that Vitalik pushes hard for, which is social. What's the word? Hold on, I think it's in the thread. Vitalik has been pushing for the type of wallet this is. Essentially, I'll come up with the name in a minute, but the idea is this. You have a smart contract based wallet with this company Argent. They're only on layer 1 right now, but they are coming to layer 2s shortly. The idea is that the smart contracts separate the tokens away from what the typical wallet, how the typical wallet functions. And you cannot execute a transaction to a wallet that is not whitelisted without, you have to initiate the transaction on desktop, and then you have to 2FA it in the Argent wallet on your mobile. If you lose your phone, and it's generated, the keys are generated unique to your phone, right? So nobody else could ever 2FA this. This isn't a Google authentication 2FA or two-factor authentication for those that don't know. This is a uniquely cryptographically generated key that is only available on your wallet to approve transactions. If you lose your wallet, you have 5 people, 3 to 5 people who can give you access back to your wallet. A majority of them have to agree to provide you or a new wallet address access to the wallet, right? So it's multiple levels of protection. It separates your wallet from the token holdings. It's smart contract based, so it's much more difficult for someone to get to. It is more difficult for people to hack you, because even if they hacked your desktop, it doesn't matter. They have to have your phone, and then you've got logins on your phone to get to the cryptographically registered key. And then if the hacker got through all of that, they kidnapped you, they forced you to do the key, they still can't send a transaction if it hasn't been whitelisted, I believe is how it functions. Anyway, this is a great thread by Hasu. I'm going to retweet it now, so it's on my my profile, about how this whole thing works. I wasn't familiar with it. I'm really impressed with it, and it sounds like something I may consider. So take a look at it, because you should be trying to protect yourself. It's a critical thing. This is the company Argent here. See, they're joining. They're going to hit L2. Their logo is very similar to Atari, so these graphics are kind of interesting because they're very Atari-ish.
Yeah.
I don't know if the designer was subconsciously influenced, and it sounds like a really cool concept. It's like social validation wallet, whatever. But anyway. A very cool concept, a great way to keep yourself more secure, less complex than, say, a multi-sig wallet from Gnosis and those folks. And, again, the other solution is a hardware wallet. But people are trying to get your money. So be aware and start protecting yourself, right?
Yeah, no, I like that concept, the Argent type concept with multiple people. Particularly for like estate planning too. It's something I sort of think about. If you get hit by a bus, the people I want to know kind of know where everything is. Yeah. But at the same time, they're not as savvy as, say, we are. So
exactly.
It's gonna be so they're going to be calling you. That's what I was telling us.
My wife was like, "Well, if you die, how do we get to the crypto?" I said, "You call our other business partner, because he knows how to." And even if I gave you what you needed, you would still not have access to it, because you wouldn't figure it out.
Yeah. So, what I like about, like I said, the Argent is that now all of a sudden, say, you're a kid, a wife, a parent, a lawyer, whatever, you could give different pieces of the puzzle to, and none of them can do anything with it without the other pieces of the puzzle. And those pieces are people. So everybody has a vested interest in getting it, at that crypto, your relatives or your heirs or designees or whatever. So they basically just need help putting it all together.
Yeah.
But it's tricky. And I've seen custody stuff too, where there are services that hold vaults and keys for you in case anything happens. And there are people that they would go to. But then it's divided between 2 or 3 groups too.
Right.
So they can't steal it.
Right.
So, remember, when people see the size of some of these numbers, if you're fortunate, your people are going to target.
Yeah.
And it's hackers and stuff like that, and criminals. So prepare yourself, be careful. And, one thing too I wanted to touch on was the allowance So, when you interact with a smart contract in your wallet and you give that site permission to spend those tokens, you go to a lot here because of that token. Now, I don't usually worry about, the little token maybe I bought at that site, but, I do a lot of USDT pooling, USDC, ETH. So, I went into, is that Unwrecked?
Yeah.
Yeah, I went into that one yesterday or the day before, and I realized I still had allowances left at like sites that I hadn't been on in 6 months, for USDT, and all of them were unlimited.
Yeah.
So, you got 6 points where someone could, if they could crack that contract, they could get in and drain all your USDT.
Right. And you don't realize in some of these pools that you're actually executing the LP on another provider, right? Like I'm in the Suzuki W-Matic pool, which is actually on the Ape platform, right?
Yep.
And I got out of Libra yesterday. So anyway, Unwrecked, I interviewed Joe from Unwrecked last week, and he's got an episode coming up on Mission DeFi. But this is a really valuable tool. And, this is a guy that just went out there and created a tool to help people make themselves more secure, right? So if you make the mistake of thinking that the fake tokens that somebody airdropped into your wallet are actually worth the $2 million that it shows that they're worth, and you initiate and allow contract access to those tokens, they could theoretically drain your entire wallet. If that happens and you see stuff coming out of your wallet, you can come to Unwrecked, unwrecked.net, and you can revoke access to those contracts. So I'm going to revoke access to Libra right now because I don't really need it, and there's no point in keeping it open because I'm not doing anything there. So you click on revoke. This is Polygon, so it's cheap, and you click confirm. But even on Ethereum, you should be aware of what you've given access to in your wallet and kill anything you don't need anymore.
Yeah. Ethereum's a little more expensive to do it. I was trying to do that. It's like $20 a revoke, but on, it's pennies, if less than pennies on Matic, Polygon, and VM.
Yeah.
So I went through all of them, and we talked about that one liquidity pools DeFi site that I said I was waiting to hear on from someone, and and I got those Soul Swap, I think, SOUL, and I got the word yesterday that Rug Doc and a Bounty Hunter were in there, and there's rug code in there. Shit. So luckily I had not done anything there, and shut down the allowances the other day before I even saw that because I was paranoid. But that doesn't mean that the Soul Swap guys are bad. That just means that the code wasn't good enough. Now maybe they put it in on purpose, but not always. Usually it's an error for the most part. A lot of times, somebody exploits it. But still, now I won't do anything until I see that certification up. And that's kind of what's been holding up the Define router product, is that they have, I think it's Halborn or Halporn, whatever it's called. It can't be porn. It must be Halborn. But that's doing the that's doing the audit.
That's why you need a new hard drive.
There you go. Yeah. It's all those NFT porn sites that I go to. No, just kidding, everyone.
I haven't seen any of those yet. Do they have it? Are there NFT porn sites?
I haven't seen it at all either. But I know you always sometimes see that hentai stuff popping up somewhere, but
there has to be. It was probably one of the first NFTs after kitties. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, well, I think that's what drove the internet creation was porn, basically.
Exactly. Most of the tech was driven by it.
Yeah. So, it's just another safety thing to get those allowances, eradicated. And occasionally, I think I went in and cleaned out every single allowance on Polygon Matic and Phantom just because I wanted to, and then start over because it's so cheap. But then, it's a little bit of a pain because then you got to reauthorize everything. And I think what was going on was that, Polygon had, to cut down on all the spam, has made like the minimum GUI is now 30 and for the transactions to go through. But sometimes, different sites will come out lower and then transactions get clogged. And so I was trying to approve stuff, just to compound into those pools, but I couldn't get the transactions to go through until I figured that out, that I had to set everything at 30. And then it went through like fast as could be. But yeah, just a matter of, there's ease of use and there's operational security.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to keep your OPSEC tight in this world. That's for sure.
Yep. Absolutely. So be aware, be safe, be careful. Don't be screwing around with stupid.
Yeah.
Wow, that USD honor is maintaining its high APY, 6,200%. I don't know what honor is. Oh, this was that Farm Hero site we were on yesterday.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I
got $600 burning a hole in my wallet from that Libra pool. I might have to ape in there.
Those pools all have been growing now. That's what I was going to tell you. I was looking at them, and there are
but not the value, because Libra kept dumping.
Well, it's at like 70, isn't it? 70.
I don't know. I got sick of waiting for it to recover.
Yeah, well, the thing with Libra is that they've only got 60,000 tokens authorized, and they've done about, I think, 40,000 are out, and they've burned 500, and maybe 20,000 are locked or something. The tokenomics are really good on that one. They just need to grow TVL. TVL is very, very small, and if you're going to take that token, then you're banking on it's going to scale.
Right.
And there's no guarantees it's going to, but you just have to, as take that chance sometimes. And to me, I only had I threw $200 at that one. So to me, I'm like, it's lunch money basically. So I mean, not one lunch, but it's not. I'm not too worried about it.
Right.
And I feel good that maybe it will scale. But I pay most of my attention to Spirit Swap and Crystal and Define right now. Those are the ones that are going. Like the Crystal, TVL is like 250 million, I think, right now, and they basically there's that Spirit Swap, but they're all like at healthy levels,
right,
of TVL. So you're beyond that early stage, and the tokens are still below $1. So to me, that's the play. Quick Swap, I've been kind of rethinking a bit, just because their market cap is only 150 million, and they don't have a whole lot of tokens out there. Again, and they have a deflationary burn process. So, I think when you look at the other ones like Uniswap, is at what, 20 billion market cap, and so you go, well, Quick Swap's at 150, tokens 400 and something dollars, $420 or something like that.
All right.
So, God, if that goes to $1 billion market cap, that token's what, 2,500 ish.
Yeah.
So, to me, I'm kind of like, I'm rethinking that a little bit, just because they kind of have that, saying they have that strength of, like, say, Sushi Swap.
Right.
That they're a big player. So, Sushi Swap, I don't really do much on.
But look at this.
Which one's this?
This is WETH USDT on that Farm Hero site. 602% APY on ETH USDT.
That's
through
crazy.
via Sushi Pool.
Wow. That's something to look at.
Yeah.
I mean, it all depends on where do you, I don't have my other browser up because of the connectivity issues, but, I saw a big wall at like, where is it at now, ETH? Like 36.15 or something?
It's at 36.39.
So if you look at like the 37 line, it's, there's like, on Binance, there's those 37, 38, 39, 40. There's a whole bunch of caps there, in that, 20
right.
million a line, basically 40 million. But then you look at like 34 through 3,300, 3,200, 3,100, 3,000, boatloads of buy orders.
Yeah.
So something's going to break through one way or the other. And I think it's going to break up myself.
This is pretty interesting. Wait, look at this charts. It's really nothing, but it's interesting. Oh crap! Where will this go? I gotta get this URL. Hold on. Oh, what time is it? I got 11 minutes, Joe.
Yep.
Really 10.
I know. I'm watching the clock for you.
All right.
We'll cut out at 6 minutes from here.
So this is pretty interesting. So let me try to line these up a little better. This little, man, I am lagging right now. All right. So remember this run here of ETH down here?
What month is that?
That was from July through, September.
Okay, I'm moving this.
And then we had this nice dip.
Yep.
So I started buying and accumulating ETH right the day before this. So I started buying July 20th and I was taking all of my yield on every farm and buying ETH, buying ETH.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. I remember when
yeah.
you were doing that.
So look at this nice run and then sideways and then back up again. But what's interesting is at the same time, Bitcoin's doing this run dip, run sideways. Jump sideways, run up, and then back down. Then it followed ETH, right? ETH was leading the way. But what's interesting is here, I'm wondering if we're going to start another cycle like this, right? Where ETH is kind of leading the way, has a higher trajectory and gain upwards, while BTC lags a bit and keeps dipping along the way up.
Yeah, well, you could, like when you look back at that, I was kind of on vacation from June to about July 15th. So, luckily I wasn't paying attention much, and otherwise I would have been getting super annoyed and cranky.
Would have run the vacation.
Yeah, but I started going back in around July 15th. And so I kind of timed it right too. But you can see right at that period, when you look at, like you said, the BTC, it's kind of tailing off. So, everybody kind of knew, institutional guys, let's say, and people that were going to go into BC started picking up. Because what is it like? You get 3 or 4 of those candles in a row. Because that's a daily or weekly candle?
Those are daily.
Okay. Then, that's an indicator for a lot of people. So
hell yeah.
When they trade both, those are people, trading perps and stuff on BTC and ETH, I would see them going in there like that. Now I'm started thinking that 2 things are going on. One, you got that deflationary and burning and all that stuff going on with ETH, and people are figuring that out. But at the same time, I think that there's a lot of institutional money coming in. I just think people are getting too squeamish. Wall Street is about, even though, we kicked the debt limit up for another 2 months, people are just getting a little worried. And PEs are double what the historical average is. And BlackRock already tells their wealth management guys, look, you should be doing like 0.25%, not 25, but 0.25% in crypto. So they're easing people in. And so you see all the research reports coming out of there. I think that these buys on the US East Coast that we're seeing are, bulk buys for wealth management clients at those firms.
Yeah,
I guess. So these people are all going to want a little bit of BTC, because there's going to be, the first ETF is supposed to be the BTC futures ETF.
Right.
I could see them doing some there too. But, I'm looking, if I'm going one or the other right now, I'm going ETH.
Yeah. No, I feel so much more strongly about ETH right now. I really do. And I have for a while now.
One quick thing before we have to roll, but I saw an article from, again, our friend Pomp, and he said something about what the only thing that could hold BTC back was if
ETH.
people
He said the only thing was ETH.
But also he said something that
I'm kidding. He would never say that.
No, yeah, he's, maxi as he is. But he did say that if people might find out that BTC was created by someone other than Satoshi, someone they don't necessarily like. Have you heard anything about that?
No, and I think that's silly. It won't,
conspiracy stuff.
Who gives a shit? Even if it's the Mr. Fraud, what's his name?
Craig Wright.
Yeah. Even if it turns out that he could prove it, he moves the tokens. Nobody's going to give a shit.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I take that back. The only thing that would make him give a shit is if he dumps, he starts dumping a massive amount of those tokens. Then, because he doesn't believe BTC is any longer true Bitcoin, and only his, Bcash bullshit is Bitcoin. So
I just wondered if he was talking more about like something like a government or something like that.
Oh yeah. But here, I mean, end of the day, the code is the code is the code, right?
Right.
People know what's in there. There is nothing hidden. So if there was a back door, the developers would have seen it. So
yeah,
you know,
and you know that the best part is after he throws out all the conspiracy stuff, then he says, "Yeah, that's what could hold it only to the level of the gold market." Which is
great.
$10 trillion. And I think BTC crossed the trillion again today.
Yeah.
Market cap. So 10 times from here.
Yep.
So I'm like, well, you know, if that's holding it back, you know, I would take that.
Yeah.
I want to see it happen in ETH. Yeah, I want to see ETH get to 10, 15, because I think it can go like that.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree.
So what about Alchemix real quick? I know you got to go.
So a couple of quick things. This is their roadmap. I mean, I launched the podcast for my interview with Scoopy Trooples, the founder. Really powerful stuff. It was interesting. We really kind of got into what his experience has been like building this. And he said that when they were all gung-ho, everybody was excited about it. They thought it was going to be great, he and the other developers. And then all of a sudden he had hundreds of millions of dollars in TVL. And he started having panic attacks, like literally, like he couldn't function. He was not able to function. And a bunch of devs, including Maki from Sushi and a bunch of people from Yearn, all heard that he was having these problems. And they all came to help him out. Like a bunch of them dove into their code, started looking at it, making sure it was secure, making sure it was safe. And, just kind of talked him down and talked him out of it. So there's a lot of that kind of stuff at the beginning, the origins of it, everything. But what they are doing with version 2 of this thing essentially is going to turn this, this is a loan system that you don't have to repay, that has no interest, and that is non-liquidatable, right? There is no liquidation in these loans. And they are opening this system up for other people to access functionality and use it in their applications, which they hadn't done to date because they were worried about some things that they're now dealing with on the security side. They have some really great high-end auditors. The auditors actually help them design the architecture and then are going to audit after the code's deployed. And they're also the auditors that do real-time monitoring of their system to see if they discover new exploits, new things, new systems. Anyway, great stuff. So they're now going to allow you to choose your investment strategy on your deposited collateral, right? Oh, wow. So you want a more aggressive APY, they're going to build all of these connectors to other APY, other vaults, and you'll be able to pick. You'll be able to mix and match strategies if you want to. You'll be able to create recipes and deploy the recipes to other people to utilize. All kinds of cool shit opening up. They're going to create a credit marketplace. So you deposit $100,000, you can allow somebody to use that credit for something else and then earn money on that credit that you allow somebody else to use. They're going to completely decentralize. They're moving to a completely decentralized model. They're going to have the community deciding things. They're adding streaming payments, streaming credits. So this is actually I did an interview with Superfluid, which is one of the streaming credit protocols. The idea is you'd now be able to have subscriptions in crypto. So you could set up a stack of money that you got collateral on to make monthly payments, weekly payments, daily payments, hourly payments, by the minute payments for a job somebody's doing and work they're doing. They're going to go to layer 2s. There is so much here. It's amazing. Listen to the interview, missiondefi.com. I'm just blown away by Alchemix. I was having second thoughts over the last couple of weeks because of the price decline. Lost about half value. Very glad I did not pull out. I'm sticking with it and going deeper because I'm just thoroughly impressed with this platform.
Well, you don't want to have to return that Tesla either, right?
Exactly.
No, hey, I know you got to go, but Monday, let's touch. Today is Friday, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Monday, let's talk a little bit more about this and talk about liquidity.
Yep.
And then I also want to talk about Geyser a little bit.
Yep.
One we forgot, and then finally a little gelato and Furucombo.
And I'd like to get into at some point next week DeFi on Bitcoin. I did an interview with the Sovereign team, and they're really impressive. And the platform is really, really impressive. And you know me, I'm an advocate for competition in DeFi from every chain every protocol. I believe we advance when we do it. And this platform is so cool. Listen to that interview too on Mission DeFi. Really impressive team, really impressive platform. Nice stuff. So
yeah, no, I agree with that strategy. Remember, everyone, diversify across platforms and currencies, networks, layer 1, layer 2, layer 1, and all these things. But anyhow, you got to go.
Run, Joe. Have a great day, buddy.
Have a great weekend. See you on Monday.
Thanks.
Bye, buddy. Bye, everyone.